All right, so this is my 2020 Bolt. Let's demonstrate some of the challenges that I've been having. I had issues with the vehicle not turning off at one point. I replaced the battery, and that fixed it for a day, and then it went back to not turning off, and I'd have to disconnect the battery, and that would fix it for a little while. And so now that's kind of intermittent, but now what I'm experiencing is the drive system at some point in a drive will go haywire, and I'll demonstrate that. So right now I'm in low, and instead of decelerating with my foot off the pedal, I have it off the pedal now. It just stays at the speed, more or less, of what I accelerated to, and then took my foot off the pedal. So I'll accelerate now. The other thing that I've noticed is you don't see the little leaf on the right. You know, generally when I stop on the gas, you'd see the leaf move up to the acceleration, up the scale, and then when I take my foot off the gas, it would show deceleration towards the brake end of the scale. And now that leaf doesn't change. So right now I have my foot off the gas, and it's sort of, I'm going uphill, so it's slowing down a little bit, but it's staying at the speed, like it's like this de facto cruise control, and I'm in low, which means it's single pedal driving. It should decelerate as soon as I take my feet off the gas, or take my foot off the gas. So I'm going to put it in drive. Nothing changes when I do that. It's exactly the same as though there is no one pedal driving, and I'm in this de facto cruise control sort of setting, which is kind of dangerous. And then what I've also noticed is in order to come to a stop, it feels like I'm fighting the car's desire to stay at a given speed. So I am pushing on the brakes very hard at this point, and then it will come to like a clunk. I don't know if you can perceive that, but the car sort of has to, it feels like it is fighting itself to actually stop. So I don't know if anybody's experienced this, but it's getting very irritating. I love this car, but these symptoms are not anything that I've read about. I've read about the issue with the car not turning off, related to maybe a dying battery, but I have a brand new battery. The car continues to have challenges. If I disconnect the battery and then reconnect it, it seems like it resets the drive system. But then within one drive, it goes back to these symptoms. Like I'm just sort of cruising now. I'm in drive, I'll put it in low, nothing changes. You know, normally in low, you take your foot off the pedal, it decelerates, it throws a brake light. It's doing nothing. I'm just sort of cruising along. So if you have any suggestions on what to look at, my dealership is basically telling me nothing's wrong with the car, but obviously something's wrong. Thank you. So I'm back in my Chevy Bolt the next morning. I did not reset anything by disconnecting the battery. I just let the car sit. It was not charged. And where the drive system did not operate as expected yesterday, it is now operating as expected. So I'm in low mode or single pedal mode, and as you can see, where the dot was not moving, you know, up or down based on accelerating or decelerating, it is now. And additionally, yesterday, regardless of the shifter setting of low or drive, if I would take my foot off the pedal, the vehicle would just maintain the speed that it was at. Obviously, in one pedal right now, it's decelerating aggressively. If I put it in drive, it doesn't decelerate as aggressively, but it certainly doesn't maintain the speed that I'm going at, like a cruise control, an unintended cruise control like I demonstrated earlier. So the other thing I noticed is that the estimation of the number of seconds that the car in front of me is actually displaying where it was not displaying last night. So without resetting anything, without doing anything at all, the car is suddenly driving as expected. I imagine that if I continue driving today, the drive system will go haywire again and revert back to those symptoms, because that's what I've been experiencing. So I just wanted to share this as an additional part of the puzzle. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Thank you.